How you doing guys? Koji here at ComplEat.com. As the whole world practicing social distancing to spread the virus, the curve, what everyone talks about, is starting to flatten. Why this can be effective on one side, this can also put a huge toll on our mental health. Social distancing suggesting to keep physical distance from each other to a minimum of 2 meters. So no hugging, no touching, no handshakes. We can go to travel, we can go to work, and we can go outside to have a coffee. Everything is closed and we physically have to avoid people who are not living with us. But just because we physically cannot be around our friends and family, this doesn't mean we cannot be social. In fact, we should keep up our relationship just like we did before the lockdown. That's why I prefer the term physical distancing rather than social, as nowadays, thanks to technology, we can keep up our social relationships. We are social species. We need to interact with others to feel good, some less than others, but to a certain degree, we all need to express our emotions, our feelings, and our certainties. And there are a lot of uncertainties nowadays. How the virus will affect me? When can I go back to work? How's the world going to change after the pandemic? Uncertainty can lead to mental issues, or if you already have a mental health problem, this can be worsened. So how to fight against anxiety? A lot of things will overlap with my other videos on like how to be productive at home and how to stop board eating. So if you're interested in those in details, then check those out. But in a nutshell, you want to keep up with your daily routine or create new ones. Wake up in time, have meetings and training in scheduled time slots, eat 3 or 5 times a day, whatever you did before the lockdown. Your routine should be the same or something very similar. Routines can allow you to go to what I call autopilot, so you don't have to think about what you do and you can forget about other things. It also makes the time fly faster and we have a lot of extra time. But you have to give yourself time to adjust to the new situation, so don't worry if it takes weeks to figure out what works and what doesn't. Practice meditation, accept your feelings and accept the fact that there are things that you cannot change and cannot control, but focus on the things which you can control. There's a study on relationships which, according to, if you watch 5 romantic movies per month with your loved one and then talk about them, it can reduce the divorce or separation rate from 24% to 11% after 3 years of being together. So these things, just to focus on your daily routine and be connected with your loved ones, will take care of most mental health issues what you can suffer from in this social distancing period. But what about physical distancing? How important is to touch each other? The importance of touch in the early childhood is extremely important to establish bonds and trust and empathy. Children who've been lacking caring parents usually develop cognitive delays and attachment disorders. We know this by studies based on Romanian orphanages, where babies didn't receive any hugs or touch grew up with serious mental and physical health problems. This can be fixed by loving parents, but might take years, or in some cases these issues never go away. But how important touch amongst adults? When I was researching to this video, it was very interesting to see that there's a study on NBA players. For those who don't know, I love basketball. So in these studies, they were observing NBA basketball teams and the team players who were interacted with each other after a successful play. So they were high-fiving, chest pumping and so on. The team who were touching the most each other, they usually won more games in a season. Some studies also shows that it doesn't even matter if you are the one who gives the touch or you receiving the touch. As long as you stimulate pressure receptors on your skin and the tissue, example this, your body will recognize this as a touch. And here's a solution for those who self-isolate themselves. For those who are on their own in their homes, this time can be extremely difficult. Most people inside their household with their loved ones, but some individuals stuck in their houses on their own. No physical connection to anyone, and this can be a real challenge to mental health. Luckily, the body can recognize the changes in the skin and the muscle tissue as a sense of touch. So if you are alone, massage your hand or your feet to reduce stress. Exercise daily to work on muscle fibers. Practice yoga or stretching or dance around the flat. It's fun. Just do something to stimulate the muscle fibers. Focus on what you can control. You can work on your social relationship via technology, on your body weight training, and on your mental fitness by following a daily routine. I always say training and nutrition save lives. This case is no different. Don't let social or physical distancing hurt your physical or mental health. Do what you can and stop worrying. And if you are in doubt, don't be afraid to ask for help. I think we are doing great in this crisis. There are lots of people to help you financially, emotionally, or otherwise. Just be open about it. Hey, I hope this helps. You can find all the studies in the description. And if you like this kind of videos, make sure you give it a like so more people can see it. Don't forget to subscribe for future videos and hit the notification bell so you can see the next one when it's up. I'll catch you in the next one. Train complete. Train complete.